Hey guys, so it's raining. It's raining pretty heavy. I'll set you guys right here for a few minutes so you can see. We're gonna keep on cruising. So one of my favorite movies growing up was The Cry in the Wild. It was about this kid that was in a plane wreck and he was the only survivor. And they actually have two movies. But he had to go out in the wilderness with probably 10 or 15 items that he was able to get off his plane when it wrecked. One of them was a survival kit, and then everything else was what he had on his body. But they crashed in a lake in Canada, and he had to survive, and the mosquitoes were insane, a lot like they are here. But what was neat was it was hard for him to adjust back to the real life of civilized living, because he had been out in the forest for so long undiscovered, and they finally found him. But I couldn't imagine being out in the wilderness like that, to not have any kind of protection against bugs or anything. And you could tell they were making him mad between the horseflies and the mosquitoes. He had ended up resorting to mud. He created mud. He built his own shelter in a cave, fortified it against bears, because he had a couple of bears that were very aggressive. I heard it was up around Bear Mountain, but I'm not 100% sure where that even is. It's somewhere north in, I want to say northwest Canada, I think. But it's fascinating. But I compared this trip to that because of the insane mosquitoes, and I honestly don't know if I could do it. Between getting sick and the mosquitoes and not having pure water, it's been a challenge and an eye-opener on some of these survival situations that you hear about all the time. But that would be a rough transition to go from a city life to a wild man life, having to fend for your own food and protect yourself and not get sick. And that's the hardest thing to do, to not get sick. Because when he crashed, they crashed in a lake, so he was drenched. And I was drenched in this boat for 3 days because it sinks. And I got sick after 3 days of that and took a shower, and by the fourth day I was mildly sick, and then the fifth and sixth day, today and yesterday, have been brutal. I haven't been puking or anything, but my sinuses, my nose, my throat, and muscles cramping. Probably some of it's probably dehydration, because it's really hard to not get dehydrated when you're out here, and especially when you have to put so much effort into clean water. So that was my thought for right now, and we'll see y'all later.